C middle. T minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Trip Digital Radio presents LA Style Magazine. Tis the time. Yes. Marquita Monet and house. Christine.
What's good?
What's good? We're back.
Family. We're back. We are here right here. What's the deal, man?
Tis the time. You know what you do best. You bring them in. Man. You bring them in.
You know, this gentleman, man, that we have here, man, I was listening to some of his tracks and it was like, yo, he took me back to like Johnny Cash. That's like some good
stuff. Love it.
So, man,
4 credit cards, the cash.
So we got to definitely look to bring in the very talented musician, singer. Are you producing?
Some of the albums are self-produced.
Self-produced.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, we got to put producer in the middle of that.
Wow,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Mr. Christopher Hawley. Christopher Hawley.
Christopher Hawley. Welcome to the show. Representing Orange County, right?
OC.
I live in Venice.
Oh, okay.
Venice. Yeah, Venice vibe. Artist, yeah.
Yes, artistry, man. Artistry. Totally. So, hey, let's jump right into this, man. Chris, let us know where you're from. And we'll start there. Just where you're from and a little bit about your background.
Yeah, originally from New England, from Connecticut.
Okay.
And moved here from Colorado in 2001.
CO, buddy. Yeah. I'm a Denverite myself. Colorado.
Are we going to start naming Denver streets?
Okay.
Since always goes into that.
You're the dream team members.
Where are you from? Yeah. What street you?
I'm playing in Denver in August, actually.
I'll
be back there playing with the Wanderlust Festival. It's like
you're in the Wanderlust.
You know about that, Ashley?
Yes, she knows.
Okay, wow. She's excited.
Yes.
She's from Denver, too.
Yes.
Yeah. All these Denver.
Colorado.
Represent.
Denverinians.
Are you a Broncos fan as well?
I love the Broncos.
Okay.
You got no choice.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's kind of like a cult there.
When I was living there.
Did you feel that journey? It's a little bit.
I know. It's like, what?
He's like, what? Okay.
It's I got a tattoo.
It's just a question, Tiz. Exactly. Do you see this on my forehead?
Hey, it's a part of life.
Exactly. We got you.
So you came out from Colorado. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Go from there.
Yeah, that's pretty much where I got started. Like as a professional musician, I was in a band out of Boulder.
Okay.
And we used to tour all the ski towns and played in Denver and all over.
Did the Boulder part start from college?
Yeah.
Boulder University.
Yeah, we went to CU Boulder. Yeah.
Okay.
And then moved here when that band broke up. And pretty much been going ever since under my own name.
Okay.
Yeah. Definitely. I go back to Colorado as much as I can.
Man, I haven't been back enough, but Ashley keeps me involved. I'm trying to learn as to what's going on with the new generation now.
It's booming.
Shout out to the altitude sickness.
So, and also in learning about you, you also created the Folk and Soak.
The Folk and Soak music, hot springs, yoga.
Let's add that to the list of accomplishments. Tell us about that.
That's definitely a producer role where I've found this location through touring up on the Central Coast, town called Paso Robles. And it's about halfway between LA and San Francisco off the 101. And there's a hot springs there called Franklin Hot Springs. And it's about the size of an Olympic-sized swimming pool. And it's filled with 100-degree mineral water that comes out of the ground from an aquifer that they've traced back to Yellowstone National Park.
Oh, wow.
And the water is so good for your skin and so good for your body and just makes you feel really good. And so this festival is basically people sitting in the pool all day listening to music.
Sounds magical.
And there's yoga in the morning.
Wow. When's the next one?
I know.
Yeah.
Well, the next one's the
10th
one. Yeah, the 10th one. I started doing it 3 years ago and started doing it 3 times a year, spring, summer, fall. So the spring Folk and Soak is May 31st through June 2nd.
Oh,
see,
so
everybody
get one in.
31st through June. Yeah, I ain't gonna miss this.
Yeah, you guys
good times, having fun.
It's kind of a wellness festival in disguise. You know, it's family friendly and it's really just about like being in Mother Nature for a weekend, camping outside if you want to, or you can stay. It's 5 minutes from downtown Paso Robles, so there's hotels you can stay in.
Okay.
You can order a pizza to your tent. You don't have to bring like a stove or anything. And the owners of the hot springs
That's
love.
really cool.
Yeah, it's totally like glamping. Really, it's not.
I
Like,
was gonna say there's a word for that.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the owners of the hot springs love the festival so much that they one of them is a gourmet chef, and so she makes really affordable food for everybody all weekend long.
That's amazing.
So-
Congrats. 10. This will be the 10th.
This is the 10th one.
That's
Wow.
amazing.
Yeah.
Well, why
awesome,
can't I go
Chris.
to the 10th? It's not 10th annual, but it's the 10th. I like that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Liz will be there in his Speedos
I will.
Unbelievable.
doing yoga.
It's not clothing
Okay,
optional.
that
so-
I please,
6 a.m.
please.
Chris, is this
I will
something
be there
you
with the camera.
anticipate on
Dead
continuing?
serious.
Yeah, it's been a joy, and I love soaking just as much as anybody else. So I mean, it's just to get up there and be in the water, and
Oh, you can actually.
I've
it's
seen
like
the
a lake,
pictures.
or is
It's
it like a
amazing.
swimming pool?
it looks like
Or both.
it looks like a swimming pool, and then the
We have that
outflow turns into a warm pond around the property.
Mm.
Oh
so,
my
yeah.
God! See, that is the type of stuff I like.
Yeah,
It's a hot spring.
hot spring.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
Where have you been?
I'm
Well,
channeling my
that's the
friend
thing.
Trisha.
A lot of people haven't haven't
Love
been
you,
in a hot
Trisha.
springs, and so
Okay.
this is a great introduction to no.
I'm gonna let her. I'm
No,
gonna let your
I'm
thing
sorry,
come
Chris.
there.
They're messing with me because you already said
Oh,
that it was
The
hot
hot spring.
springs, and that should have been like the clue.
well, have you ever been in a hot spring?
Well, no, I haven't.
Yeah, see, most people haven't. That's
You're
the thing.
so compassionate,
It's
Chris.
true.
You're extraordinary, and I appreciate your soul.
This is
Because
like,
what they're
I'm
doing
not.
now is not, even about
and it's
the music.
even for people who can't swim too,
So-
because there's a shallow end.
I can swim really good.
Well, a lot of people can't.
When I was 10, my dad got me a swimming pool. I said, "What do you get me for my birthday?" He said, "Look in the backyard."
Oh,
That's how
my
Wow.
God.
That's awesome.
So on that note, Chris, this is all about you because they were like, the energy was
Exactly.
interrupting me. I let me ask a question, please.
Yeah, please.
I need when you said that it's gonna be like about wellness, like it's gonna wellness, like how are you going to incorporate wellness? I already know like the hot springs. I feel like I already know like the hot springs, that's already something that's very therapeutic. I know being one with nature is very, very therapeutic. But are like you're gonna have like speakers there, or are you just going to allow like the music and your gift to play, the guitar to speak?
Well, there's also, you nailed it,
That
because
wellness,
the hot springs and being outside in Mother Nature all weekend they're just like you can't help but feel good with all that going on. But there's also there are massage therapists available,
Oh, look, see, Tiz.
so you can
Massage therapists are gonna be
you can
there?
get in and out of the hot springs and get your massage and then go back in the hot
Yeah.
springs.
What kind of
Yeah.
artist are you? On that,
Yeah, that-
where do your influences come from, Chris?
Uh-huh.
That cause you to create such a genius thing
Essentially.
surrounding or as part of your music? What are your influences? Spiritual, other artists,
You know,
parents, family, friends?
yeah, everything really. But like you just mentioned, spiritual, a love of being outside and Mother Nature, and discovering how good hot springs make you feel, and also yoga. I've been practicing yoga for a while, so I've hired yoga instructors. So in the mornings there's yoga and there's qigong.
Oh my God, we've got
Now,
to get there.
Is this folk and soul, correct?
That's the Folk and Soak
Folk and
Festival.
soul.
Yeah.
Now, is it like I know you have the hot springs, but is it like a campground around?
Yeah,
it?
it's
How is it set
basically
up?
the
Hotel?
parking lot.
Okay.
It goes way back on the property, and so people kind of camp where their cars are parked.
Oh.
And then the whole festival is kind of centered around the hot springs, which is just a short walk away, depending on where you're parked.
Hmm.
Um,
And I'm assuming you're not playing the whole time because you got to soak a little bit too, right? So-
well, yeah, I'm playing every day, and not the whole time. There are I think 9 or 10 other bands and artists booked.
Okay.
But I'm producing. I'm like the guy putting out any fires that have to be put out.
Gotcha.
It's like the Wizard of Oz behind.
Right.
He's
Oh,
pulling
the
it.
production.
I
Yeah,
love
and making
that.
sure all the other artists have what
Great
they need
reference.
to perform and
Definitely.
that sort of thing.
And this started 2 years ago? you said?
2016.
I mean, this is awesome. I mean, I've never heard anything like this.
And
This
so
is-
successful to do more than one per year. I mean,
Yeah, well, I did it first in May 2016, and it was so much fun. And that was just a one-day event. that I asked the owners. I said, "Can we do it in the summer?" And they said, "Sure." And then I said, "Can we do it in the fall?" And they said, "Yeah." And I said, "Can we make it 2 days?" And now it's grown to 3 days.
Yeah, I was about to say, and you push for another.
Yeah. And
Dude.
they've had events at their hot springs that they said they'll never have again because, the cops came and there was a fight or something. But Folk and Soak is kind of a mellow situation. It's family friendly. And
I know we're here and we're going to talk about your music. I understand this, but can you
Yeah.
take me through a day at the Folk and Soak?
What
What am I going to do?
yeah, well, Saturday is kind of the full day because it starts Friday at 4 p.m.
Okay.
The music goes till midnight on Friday and Saturday. So Saturday, there you wake up, maybe you're in your tent. Maybe you woke up and took a sunrise soak because the pool is open 24/7. You can soak all night long if you want to. You can watch the sunrise from the hot
I
springs.
love that.
Yeah. And so there's yoga scheduled at 10 a.m.
There.
And then after yoga is usually, people have breakfast and things like that.
Mhm.
It'll be served by the Franklins who own the pool.
Property or the pool.
Yeah, they're cooking up good breakfast, or you
Love
can
it.
go to the coffee shop 5 minutes away in town, or you can go into town and grab breakfast, or you can cook it up at your campsite.
I
And
was
then
just about to ask that. Are
Yeah.
you able to like barbecue, or is there
Yeah.
barbecue grills
there
there?
are
You can bring
grills
your own?
there, yeah.
Okay, awesome.
There are picnic tables and all sorts of things. People do bring, a whole stove set up.
Yeah, totally.
And then the music starts at noon and goes till midnight.
12 hours.
Yeah.
What kind of breakfast do they have? Like, it's not vegetarian, because I find lots of people in California have lots of vegetarian things and make me feel guilt about meat. Do they have like bacon or
They do. Yeah, they're cooking up bacon and eggs
like
usually.
bacon? Exactly.
They also-
old school with an apple
Yeah,
or
yeah.
like
Well,
fruit. I'll still eat the fruit.
Paso Robles is cool because it's very old school. It's like going back in time.
Yeah.
It's like the old West a little bit.
Like
Paso.
so,
Yeah. Yeah.
That's so. Continue.
And so then the music goes till midnight, and then after the music stops on the main stage,
Mhm.
everyone kind of that's kind of the quiet hour.
Mhm.
We cut the power and all that. But people bring out their guitars and have little jam sessions around. There's a fire going.
It
And,
seems like kind of like Woodstock type thing without
Yeah.
the drugs and all
Everybody
the other
don't
stuff.
know
is what I
about
was saying.
that.
with the hot springs.
Yeah, with the
Yeah.
house.
right.
But yeah, it's like free love, peace, type of.
There is some of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there has been.
I'm assuming.
Yeah, and it's kind of just like anyone can have whatever good time they want as long as
Mhm.
it doesn't bother anyone else.
Yeah.
That's kind of the situation there,
That's dope.
and everybody understands that. It's really cool,
I'm loving it.
and it's a baby festival. There's maybe 100 or so people there. It's grown every time I've thrown it, and so
Oh, it's going to be really out there this year. You're on this show.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Your manager
Marquita-
Alexis brought you to the
Marquita
show.
got 100 people that she's gonna.
Oh,
literally.
literally. Your manager Alexis is not playing.
And you
She
just
got you
painted
on the
such a
show.
beautiful picture of the whole
Yes,
experience.
And then I
So-
love even how you
Yes.
incorporated the Wizard of Oz, Christine, because that's one of my favorite shows. It's tied to the beauty and fantasy. And let me tell you something I was hearing as you were talking about all of this beautiful, everything that's happening. April showers. Come on, finish it, everybody.
May flowers.
Brings May
May
flowers.
no doubt.
I'm telling you, I just saw flowers, like just beautiful flowers, like manifesting within us, like at this retreat. Do you know what I'm saying? Do
Yeah,
you guys?
well, we actually.
We
took
all
it to
trying
a
to
whole
figure
new
out what
level.
she just.
I know exactly what she's talking about.
I know.
I have a
we
song
connect.
about it. I have a song called "Pretty Flowers."
Oh my God! It was a connection.
I just
You
close my eyes and just start to imagine like that.
Thank you so much, Journey. I know you're
I tried to
really
go there.
trying to. I appreciate you trying to
love
connect
that, man.
because it's really making me
Hey,
Chris, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Holly Rollers?
That's when it's more than just me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to acknowledge that there are, because some people, they have their band and it's just the name is just their name, and there's like 12 people on stage, but when there's more than just me, I like to acknowledge that there are other people involved.
absolutely.
Because I've been in other people's bands, where it's just been their name, and I'm like, well, what am I?
I know. I did add a little something to this too.
Right. So yeah,
Special.
when it's more than just a solo thing, which I'd say about 75% of the time we're the Rollers. I like to, call it the Christopher Hawley Rollers.
Nice.
Wow. Can you tell us about Waterlust?
Wanderlust,
Wanderlust.
It is.
I'm sorry, I was thinking about the hot springs.
It's another festival.
Still seeing myself in it.
And that's definitely a wellness festival. It's really a yoga centric festival. It's based around yoga, and it happened initially at Squaw Valley ski resort up in Tahoe.
Yeah.
And I think it started 10 years ago. And now they do it down in Mexico, and they do it in Hawaii and all over the U.S. I played at the one in Vermont last summer.
Oh my God, all of these beautiful sites.
Yeah, well, they do it
Hawaii
at
to
like
Vermont
ski resorts.
Yeah, ski
and
resort.
like coastal, like in Hawaii they do it at Turtle Bay Resort.
Oh my
the North
God,
Shore,
that's
yeah.
like the blue.
Which island is that on?
Oahu,
It's on Oahu.
North Shore of Oahu. It's
All those
gorgeous.
turtles.
Yeah,
Love it. That's where the waves are.
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. And so this year I'm playing at the one. So now they're doing 2 days. They have 4-day festivals at ski resorts, kind of more remote locations. And this year they've started doing more 2-day festivals in major urban areas. So I'm playing at the one in San Francisco first weekend of May,
Awesome.
and then Seattle the third weekend of May, and then there's a 4-day festival in Snowshoe, West Virginia, which is a ski resort, and it's way out in the middle of nowhere. I don't even know how I'm getting
I've never
there.
heard of that.
That's a 4-day festival, and then I'm doing the one in Denver in August.
Okay. And where is it in Denver this time?
It's in a park. The one in San Francisco, for example, is in Golden Gate Park. I could look up the location.
So it's in the city.
It's right. Yeah, right in the city. These 2-day festivals are right in the cities.
Maybe in City Park. It's the biggest park.
I could look it up real quick. It's gonna be great.
That's dope. So
Sure is.
with all of these things that you're doing, I mean, it's all seems to be around, and like you said, like with yoga and wellness, and this health and calm and everything. Is that what is your inspiration and your influences that take you to those things?
A lot of it comes from loving music, like Bob Marley music, and music that makes you feel good, really. That's kind of, I think, what I get out of music. It makes me feel great.
Yeah.
You can dance to it, and it's just it raises your vibe. Really.
Healing too.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Yeah,
Super
so
healing.
healing.
Yeah.
And you did mention Bob Marley, and then I was reading through your bio, and I was thinking about how Bob was kind of revolutionary. He was trying to really put some things into people's minds as to what life should be and how people should live. Is that some similar direction as to what you're doing through your music and what you want to accomplish?
Yeah, subtly, I think. Like, I don't want to beat anyone over the head with anything, but I think, reminding us that we have to love ourselves, and that's a big part of loving other people. I think that's kind of a theme of a new song that I wrote. I think a lot of my songs, I try to get a little subtle message across that will help help people feel good. That's what I'm hoping.
Definitely.
Absolutely, Chris.
What's the name of the video? I just escaped me and I had to look it up, but they had the 4 girls.
Oh, Bank Robbing Man, yeah.
Bank Robbing Man. Okay.
That's more just fun. That's not as deep as
No, it was just
But
it was still fun. It was it was light, but it was just like like on a kumbaya type. You know what I mean? Like just real peaceful, and it was real joyous, and all the colors and things like that. And I was just gonna ask what your inspiration was for that.
Well, that's the newest video that I put out, and we've had that idea for years, because the song, I put the song out in like 2010.
Oh wow.
And it's been a song that people remember. They're like, I love Bank Robbing Man, especially some of the musicians that play in the Rollers are like, I love playing that song. And so we came up with the idea of robbing the Bank of Venice, because this song, is Bank Robbing Man. And the Bank of Venice is it's a bar that a friend of mine owned up until recently. It's right there. There's the Venice sign, and then there's the Bank of Venice, and there's the big sign for the Bank of Venice. And luckily we shot the video last fall, because at the end of last year, my friend decided to close down the business because the rent like tripled or something like that.
Oh,
So
wow.
In California?
yeah,
Really?
Oh, it's like, what's
I
going
know.
on?
So yeah, we timed it perfectly, and we found this beautiful fall day, and my friend was the director, and he cast this great group of characters, and sure enough, we robbed the Bank of Venice, and we did it to the Bank Robbing Man song.
Right. It was fun,
That's
man.
cute.
It's a journey. No offense. No pun intended, but
compliment.
it was a journey. No, it was the video was.
Yeah, it was. It was really easy to make, and we had a blast making it. I think you can kind of tell by watching it how much fun we were having.
Yeah.
And it was the perfect day. I mean, we had all these locations, and everything went really smoothly. And then we got the sunset shot, and then we hung out a little bit. It was a good time.
Chris,
Yeah.
did you always envision your life as kind of unfolding the music the way it has? You're obviously seasoned and been in the industry for a while.
The idea has been. When I first started playing professionally, I really fell in love with being on the road and touring and sharing music with people in different places, and that's kind of what I've been focusing on, rather than trying to like get a record deal or whatever. And, I've been trying to stay on the road and go to places that I want to be in and build audiences where I want to go and spend time and spend time with the people there and share my music with them. So one of the rollers, actually the very first roller, I met him here in LA in like 2003. Plays percussion. He moved to Costa Rica about 4 or 5 years ago. So we've been touring down there twice a year. Yeah, he's the guy on the ground. He speaks Spanish, So we've been doing that every November and March. I just did that last month, and that's been a fun place to build an audience. And
It has. They have great beaches, right?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Which part are you on? What coast are you on? The
This is
Caribbean? Or
no,
the
Pacific. Pacific. Yeah, pretty much. Just that area. I haven't really seen the rest of the country.
Okay. Are you down south by like Peninsula Osa?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, pretty much from Jaco on down.
Okay.
And Jose, who's the roller down there, he just moved to Pavones, which is about as far south as you can go, almost near the Panamanian border.
Right.
It's this legendary surf spot. It's like the second longest left break in the world or something like that. So, and he's like set up in this little like surf camp. You can like walk right out to it. So the last tour was called Posting Up in Pavones. We spent like 3 or 4 days there.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's I mean those visions that you're giving us everybody right here is like, okay, I got to get out of here. It's time to go on vacation.
Yeah, exactly. I'm totally thinking that too.
The last album that I put out is a live one, and it was recorded in Costa Rica at one of the venues that we've been playing at, called the Bamboo Room. And it totally captures Pura Vida, which is kind of the whole like, it's like the aloha of Costa Rica. It's Pura Vida. It's a lot. It's just the two of us live, and you can hear the audience, and I put it out because it really was like a magical night, and you can kind of feel the vibe.
That's awesome.
I have a feeling that when people listen to you play, that you literally take us on vacation. That's what it's like. I can see you playing. I hope that you brought your instrument so that you can play. I did.
I brought.
Are you serious?
I did.
I guarantee you. I guarantee everyone listening. I guarantee you, when we hear him play, we are literally going to feel like we are in whatever place we want to be for vacation. That's what music can do. That's what I believe your music can do. Can you prove that for us? What do you think,
Sure.
Tiz?
I think he can. Most definitely.
So, Journey. Okay, that is extraordinary how chill he is.
I want to
to
say
the
that.
left. And
So did you bring you brought an instrument? Did you bring a little thought of a vibe that you wanted to take us on a little ride? Anything?
I was trying to think of some songs that I have with the word dream in them. Just because you guys are
just a
We
little
are in
with
sample.
the dream.
We are in the
theater.
dream, man.
Yes, just a hook.
Live in the dream.
But as far as taking on vacation, I've got a couple of those in mind. Too.
Oh, I know. I'm saying I think everything that you play will take us on a journey. like our producer over there, Journey. Like, I feel like everything that you play will take us on a journey. Everything that you said out of your mouth on tonight has us all ready to go on vacation right now. Like, we're about to contact a travel agent.
Nice.
Ashley, make sure your aunt gives us a call. The dream team needs a vacation, and we're going to be shooting on site.
Well, I mean, that's the great thing about music, though. You don't have to go on vacation
Exactly,
to experience
Christine.
that, right?
That's what I'm saying.
It's all that state of mind.
You want to grab your...
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, please.
The other thing we could do, you mentioned Pretty Flowers. We could do a sing along. You guys,
if we feel
get
it.
everybody involved.
Tiz, don't even try it. You too. Yes,
We don't
that's
have to,
right. Everyone feel it.
It's up.
I can snap.
This is a live night tonight. Trip Digital Radio is bringing you guys live instruments. Boss.
What do you think? Should we do a sing along?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can keep up.
It's really easy. There's only
Let's do it.
there's only 2 words. The song's called Pretty Flowers, and you mentioned does my family influence me? And they certainly do. Like, this one's actually about some advice that my dad gave me a long time ago.
Oh no, this is gonna touch my heart.
And I'm gonna
Already
pass it
know it.
on to you guys. And the sing along happens kind of towards the middle of the song, so you can just hang out
Oh, look. For this.
and wait for that.
I'm about to be famous. I'm singing with Chris right now. Oh my god. Oh my god.
And the sing along is just 2 words.
Okay.
Pretty Flowers. Okay.
Okay, it's my moment.
So
I can get that.
Yeah.
don't be
I'll
shy.
sing that.
In what key must I sing?
E flat.
A sharp.
Oh my god, no.
I'll B flat with that one. I'll mess it up.
Hey.
My dad gives the best advice. The sage's wisdom can't be told. His words can fetch a price higher than the Fort Knox gold. Well, he revealed the only way to propagate a state of bliss. There's nothing like a fresh bouquet. He told me to remember this. Pretty flowers are a girl's favorite thing. Don't do diamonds and doggerel. She don't want all that bling, no. The jewelers know, but they never tell.
That's true.
Pretty flowers are a girl's favorite thing.
Woo! Yes.
Oh, yes, it is.
Well, any girl will open up like jasmine on a warm summer's night.
Okay,
She'll let you in,
okay.
fill your cup if you give her blossoms blooming bright. Pretty flowers are a girl's favorite thing. Don't do diamonds and doggerel. She don't want all that bling, no. The jewelers know, but they'll never tell. Pretty flowers are a girl's favorite thing.
Don't hurt him, Chris.
You guys ready? Pretty, pretty, pretty flowers. Just like that. Come on. Pretty, pretty, pretty flowers. That sounds good. Come on. Pretty, pretty, pretty flowers. One more time. Come on. Pretty, pretty, pretty flowers. Yeah.
Woo!
are a girl's favorite thing. Don't do diamonds and dogger hair.
Play that.
She don't want all that bling, no. The jewelers know, but they'll never tell. Pretty flowers, yeah, are a girl favorite thing.
Pretty flowers.
Yes.
Yes. Woo. I can't.
Pretty flowers.
Yeah.
Woo. Did Prince just enter the room?
He did.
Woo.
You guys remember the singing? Well, here we go. Pretty flowers. Ooh, yeah. Come on. Pretty flowers. Just the ladies.
Pretty flowers.
Pretty flowers.
Yeah. All the guys, come on, guys. Pretty flowers. Not yet. Pretty flowers. One more time, come on. Pretty flowers. Pretty flowers are a girl's favorite thing.
Yes, they are.
Golden diamonds and dogger hair.
Well, there you go.
She don't want all that bling, no. Jewelers know that they'll never tell. Pretty flowers are a girl's favorite thing.
Wow. Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Watch
We
it
have
now.
that is
Wow, that's a great song, Chris.
Chris. Way to go. I'm sitting next to a superstar.
You guys sound great.
Play that guitar.
That's gonna
That
be
was
stuck in my head tomorrow.
Yeah. Exactly. We need every man in here needs to go buy a lady some flowers.
That's right.
That's what that song is about.
That's
Or
nice, right?
you can just go to a garden and just pick some.
There you
That's
go.
so true. That's even more
This is a
special.
However you want to
That's even-
deliver.
And that's even more
Yeah.
special.
Yeah.
Depending.
Counts.
Definitely.
All right, so I can't wait for this finale question.
Man, I'm telling
You
you.
about to turn it up right now, Tiz, with this
Man,
question.
I mean, it's, hey, Chris, thank you.
Hey,
Yes.
thank you
That
guys
was
for
fun.
tuning in.
That was
My
fun.
pleasure.
Soon.
You guys-
Definitely.
Soon.
You guys should come on the road with me.
I'm sure. We
Come
need to
to Focus
find.
Zone.
We need to find out where we're going. So,
Yes.
man, let us
Yes.
know.
Hey.
Let us know where your supporters can find you, where we can find you, what's coming
Please.
up next, how we can get your concert schedule, whatever that is, where that is. Let us know how we can find that.
There are a few social media sites in the usual places. Facebook under my name, Christopher Hawley. Instagram is Christopher Hawley Rollers.
Now, this is Holly, which is HAWLEY, correct?
Correct.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Phonetic.
Just want to make sure because they
Phonetic.
say
I know.
Holly and they be
They'll be looking up,
HOLLY
right.
and it's wrong.
It's not Buddy Holly.
Exactly.
It's Holly. It's
Ole.
the phonetic version. So,
Okay, so Christopher Hawley, HAWLEY.
yep.
We got you. Can't wait.
Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Tinder, blah, blah, all that stuff.
Oh my
Oh.
God. Okay, Christopher. That explains
Hey.
the cup.
Look,
Him saying Tinder explains the cup, and you're getting ready to
No.
get Journey and Tiz
No.
started, and I can't.
he just needs.
I'm not. Where's Trisha?
He has all
Christine,
these
have
pretty
my back.
flowers. He gotta go to a place where they accept those flowers.
Okay, you don't have to go to Tinder,
My
Chris.
bumble,
Tinder.
Journey. Okay, did you
If
just
you
do the
deserve
cup
it.
sound again, Tiz? This is what I'm surrounded by. I don't
You guys
know.
heard it.
Oh my God!
It's kind of fun.
You so that
I
meant
heard
it was intentional, Chris.
Yeah.
Yes, it was
Okay, the
intentional.
energy. There's energy. There's
It's
one,
There
two,
is
three.
a lot of
Energy.
energy, but I would like to say that
It
as
was
a
great
lady, I
energy.
appreciated that Pretty Flowers song.
Oh.
Me too.
And I
Thank
would
you
love-
so much.
Some pretty flowers.
Any man in my life to buy me flowers.
Me too.
Tiz,
I'm
you're
just
in Christine's life. Buy some flowers.
Oh no, Journey. you
Any
can't
man. She
escape.
said any
I
man.
will take
I
that.
already given
Any
me a
old-
new
I'll take
trend, men buying women more flowers.
Journey.
Yes.
So Thank you, Christine.
Yes.
Thank you. I
She
appreciate
said
it.
any old man.
You know I appreciate
Thank
it.
That includes you.
I'm any old man.
This is why I
I
said
meant-
April showers bring May flowers. I was just, heard the tender part, okay?
That
And
was a
so
joke. That was
because
a
of
joke.
that,
you?
That was a joke.
This was a joke.
I said,
Don't
on stage,
delete your
I'm like,
account.
Yeah, you can.
oh my God,
It was a
Jerry,
joke.
I do not have a Tinder account. I like everyone to know, please, he's just joking. I'm saved.
You sure?
I'm
No, just
just,
kidding.
no, I don't.
But we can find you. We can find you on social media
YouTube,
under
yeah.
Christopher. Is it Christopher or Chris? Which one?
Christopher is the where to find it.
Where are we? So Christopher.
I know it's a
Hawley.
lot longer to type it in and all that.
That's okay.
It's,
It takes a little longer to get to the good stuff.
there are a lot of
That's
Chris
Oh,
Hawleys
God,
out there. There are a lot of Chris.
Really?
Yeah, you wouldn't expect it, but there's a ton of Chris Hawleys out
all right. Well,
I think everybody's trying to be like you, Chris Hawley.
there.
Exactly.
There's only one official Chris Hawley, and he's here with us today.
we got it. for
That's
sure.
right. And you heard him live.
Pretty
Yes,
flowers.
indeed.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, I got a question
Yes.
though. Did you name your guitar?
This one doesn't have a name. I do have a guitar with a name
Wow.
at home, and her name's Desiree.
Desiree.
Because
Hold on.
she's from one of my friends and former guitar students named Desiree, and
She bought it or something,
She-
or you liked her?
no, she was one of my first guitar students here in LA,
Awesome.
Aw.
and
Oh my God, I was just gonna ask that question. Do you give lessons?
I do, yeah.
Share, please
I
share.
I teach a lot of different things. I taught a surf lesson this morning.
Oh wow!
Mm-mm.
Yep.
But the guitar lessons
Guitar
is the main
lessons
thing
too,
that.
You can't get in that water.
Okay. It's too cold.
No, there's sharks in there. I ain't getting in that water.
Tis okay.
I'm not getting in that water.
The guitar lessons you do offer guitar
I
lessons
do offer
for
guitar-
all ages.
All ages. Yep. I just
Awesome.
taught at an
'Cause that's
elementary
my
school
son.
last week.
It's not that easy. I want to get in it. But
It takes
Okay.
practice.
It does, yeah.
The main challenge to anyone over, the teenage years is just finding the time
Yeah,
to put into
Mhm.
getting your fingers to do what you want them to do.
but if you wanted, one of our guests that was on the show tonight prior to you is a perfect example. If they want it bad enough,
you can do
they'll
it.
just work harder, double time.
Definitely.
And you definitely have influenced me to try. I don't know.
To learn about hot
something
spring.
happened on the side.
I hope you guys come to
And you
Fun.
guys don't get to see
I
things
think we're gonna
behind
have
the
to do a
scenes
road
on the
trip.
show.
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Road
Christine.
trip.
Road
Yeah.
trip to
Hot spring.
You could do a live
To Hot
broadcast,
Springs,
a
yeah.
live.
Totally, to
live
all of
radio
us.
show.
So you have a new manager, or this young lady that came with us?
Alexis is
And how did this happen?
very helpful.
How did Alexis get?
Well,
involved?
she's here.
Yes, she is.
She can tell the
Let's
story.
tell us.
if
Yeah,
you want.
please.
We met when we met at another festival
Okay.
3 summers ago.
Uh-huh.
A long time ago. It's a great festival in Mexico.
Ah.
It's called Genius Loki, which is another funny name, and it's an architectural term that means spirit of the place. And this
Oh,
location
wow.
that they have it in is epic. It's like not too far down south of Ensenada in
Mhm.
Baja, and it's on this little peninsula, and you can surf on the north side and the south side, and
Right.
it's kind of like a Burning Man crowd, sort of electronic music hippie type of thing. Lot of Mexicans go to the festival, a lot of San Diegans, they're Orange County people, and then there's maybe 1,000, probably less, I think. It takes place right on the beach. It's like a beach party in Mexico for a whole weekend. It's really fun.
And so you guys met down there, and how did the relationship, the manager, gifted instrumentalist, how did that come about? I see she's on the mic. So.
Yeah. You kind of approached me about like the managing thing. I mean,
Okay.
she's
Yeah.
a very outgoing person, and wanted to see if she could help me in Orange County, specifically where she lives. And
Yeah, what is your last name, Alexis? Can you share that with everyone?
Well, first off, I just want to just say thank you so much again for having us here. It's you guys are like
this is fun.
Devolve.com. This
super
is
fun.
beautiful. Thank you so much for having us. But yes, so Christopher Hawley, as you know, I mean, he's has quite a story. He's traveled all around the world, and being that we met out in Baja, I was actually on a surfing trip myself, and it was a really cool festival. He's actually performing there, and so just finger picking good, you know, the term of like finger picking, finger style. All those guitar players out there, what? And so just kind of, you know, followed around in regards to his music. He's very well rounded. The levels of connections that he makes with all these people around the world. He's got thousands of fans around the world. He's been to Costa Rica and back, you know, Utah, Park City, Utah, different film festivals and things of that nature. And so the Genius Loki Festival, shout out to Genius Loki, coming up in June 20th, June 24th. They're awesome. I'd be attending that this season. But my purpose here now for him is just to have really just showcase. He has a really great fan base here in Los Angeles. I'm out in the Orange County area. And so just really wanting him to expand his fan base and his exposure out in the OC area. Go OC, hometown. And so we're excited to announce that we actually now have a new venue that's going to be showcased this upcoming summer. It's a venue called Sea Legs at the Beach, which is like perfect for Mr. Christopher Hawley. And so that'll be June 14th. We solidified a Friday. June 14th is when we will have his show in Orange County. So please do stay tuned to that point. So really excited about that. And so really just you know, I think just wanting to continue on with his exposure and continue to share his skill and love for music and his amazing skill for with his guitar. So
definitely.
That's beautiful, Alexis.
I really wish you guys the best on that, and as you move forward.
Thank you so much.
And you know, just from the music that you've given us, and the dream, and the now choosing to get into OC, and then continue to, you know, spread your love to all the fans that are out there around, man. We want to just give you love for that, and thank you for coming too.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Definitely coming out here.
Thanks for having me.
So before we go, we always got to ask one question. So I'm going to ask both of you, actually.
Okay.
And Chris, I'm going to come at you first to answer this. I need to know, what is your superpower?
Did you just say
Which one?
Okay, Ju. It's your
Him or him?
I promise you, we will have a conversation after the show. You're showing out.
Well, I guess it's going to come back to yoga.
Oh, okay.
For me,
Really?
in that I've been trying to work on my arm balances to sort of keep it interesting, because you know some people sometimes complain that yoga is boring, and maybe it is. I've been on that journey for a long time, and you know it's kind of like a lot of things where there are peaks and valleys. And, to keep it interesting for me, one of the things I've been doing is trying to work on my handstands. And I've gotten to a point where I can jump into handstand.
That's
not every single time, but like maybe, you know, 1 out of 3 times that I try and hold a handstand.
That's not easy.
I'm not going to demonstrate.
No, you got to.
That's my next question.
You don't need to be showing me up right now. No.
I don't want to come crashing down on all this equipment.
So that is a superpower because I can't even.
Now, would that be a mind, body, or soul, or all the 3 together in order to do that? What is
definitely mind, body, because it takes. I think one of the secrets is finding the spot on the floor that you like focus on. It's called in yoga. It's called a drishti, where that like is essential to finding balance. It's just like looking at the one spot. It's like, you know, when you stand on one foot. If you look down in front of you a few feet, you can stand on one foot. Drishti. Same thing when you're trying to do an arm balance. You find this spot that you're just like locked into with your eyes.
I like that name, Dristy.
Yeah.
Sounds like a girl. Dristy.
It should be a woman's name.
I can't deal with them over there. Okay.
That's a unique
journey.
name. That would be interesting.
Is it past
Reminds me of
midnight?
like V8 commercial. The V8 commercial. That's what it reminds me of.
Okay.
I love it.
I know you do.
I love
You
it.
probably
This
love
is
it.
awesome.
Practically.
So it's focus.
Yeah.
Oh, superpower.
Superpower is
Could-
focus.
That could be it. Although
Because you got to focus in order to do a handstand off of a jump that there's not happening otherwise.
it's true.
You have to
You
focus.
have to focus.
And then you're focusing on the floor and the spot.
The
So you're
dristy.
focused. The drist.
Dristy.
Dristy.
Sorry.
Dristy.
Yeah. Say it right. Say it right.
Gotcha.
All these pops going.
Hard to focus.
Oh my God. And you,
Dristy.
I cannot wait. Did you just do that? Okay, now you have the guests doing this. You guys clearly know I feel
I
weird.
started it, right?
You guys clearly know I feel weird by that sound, and that is what is
That
motivating Tiz. So maybe not you, but Tiz knows how
I
I'm
know
feeling.
exactly what I'm doing.
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
what is your superpower to pick at me?
That's right. So Alexis, what is your superpower?
You know, I would say mine is good vibes. Sit in those good vibes no matter what,
agree.
and put a smile on your face whether you like it or not. I think that's my expertise.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
See, just
so
right now, see what I just did? Kind of like ninja style. Did you see what I just did right now?
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah.
Good.
So making those connections.
Even when she's not feeling you, Tiz, she's gonna be like,
Yeah.
yeah.
She smolders.
You know?
I like
You feel me?
That's it right there,
Like
man.
it.
Oh
Good
my
stuff.
God.
Oh man. Well, Chris, thank you, man. Thank you for blessing us. And thank you for that song.
Oh,
Because I got
wow.
something now that I can bother her with for the rest of time. It's awesome.
And now you know.
Pretty
More
flowers.
Pretty
No.
flowers. But no, I mean the message
It
within
really
the song,
was.
and it's not something that we hear nowadays.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because the music that's out there now is so regurgitated and so
Ugh.
just nursery rhymish and just blah.
Yeah.
So I love to hear.
Tiz
you
is
know,
getting his feelings out.
well, I am.
He has
I'm
issue
feeling
with new
some type
school
of way,
music
so I'm going to
sometimes.
talk about it.
He has
You
every right.
express
He's letting us
yourself.
know.
But we definitely want to see more of you. And
Yeah.
Folk and Soak, you're going to see a brother up there.
All right.
Bring your kiddos.
Yeah.
Family friendly.
Family
Yeah,
friendly.
family friendly. Yes.
So
So
me and the youngins, we'll
Yeah,
be
bring
there,
your
man.
kids.
Absolutely.
Come
They've
up there,
got
so-
life jackets for kids who can't swim.
Yes.
There's a shallow end.
I
Yeah.
got 3 fish, so I'm good.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
they're well trained. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, this kid's running around all day long. It's super fun.
Yeah.
Super fun.
I'm looking
Beautiful.
forward to it. Oh, that's what I need to ask you. What does it cost?
Oh,
It's super
wow.
affordable. Right now, discount tickets are on sale till the end of the month. I think it's like $50 for the whole weekend or something like that per person.
Wow.
Done deal.
Yeah, that's perfect vacation.
Like, you know how
Are
some
kidding?
festivals are like $250 a weekend?
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is super down to earth. It's super affordable.
Yeah.
I'm coming.
Yeah.
I don't even like camping. but
Family
I think
friendly.
it's
Family friendly. It's
Yes.
good for those who are not good with camping because there's a balance. You have the choice of what you want to eat, so you can be on that budget. You can't beat that.
Not at all. I had to
Absolutely.
rent a motorhome.
I'm wearing my
You don't have to
t-shirt.
do the most.
I need it back.
Nice.
Okay, so-
Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there's the shirt.
Folk
There
and
There you
Soak.
go.
Oh, now that's commitment.
Folk and Soak.
Can we get a T-shirt?
Yeah,
That's commitment.
That was last year's t-shirt.
This
We
was
gotta
last
get
year.
to-
It was
okay.
given to all the volunteers.
Yeah.
And you could buy them too. I think I'll have what you want.
Yeah.
All
Woo.
We got to come up there and support, man. Really got to come up there and support, man. Give them some love right here.
Yes,
Thank
indeed.
you.
Chris Hawley.
Well, on that note, I think it's only right. Chris,
Take us out.
take us out. Pretty flowers.
Pretty, pretty flowers.
Hey. Okay.
Pretty, pretty, pretty flowers.
Like,
I
literally.
can't hear you.
Pretty, pretty, pretty flowers.
Come on, let's hear it.
Hey.
Pretty, pretty, pretty flowers. Pretty, pretty, pretty flowers. Pretty, pretty, pretty flowers. Sing it, girl. Pretty, pretty, pretty flowers. Pretty, pretty, pretty flowers.
You took that sound again.
Pretty, pretty, pretty flowers.
April showers bring May flowers.
Oh my God. Trip Digital Sound Art Expression presents LA Style Magazine.
Yes.
And Chris Hawley. Much love.
Hey, thank you, guys.
And we out.